All right, this is Daddy from Austin Daddy Deal Do, and Austin's out of town again. This is something we were going over. I've got a really cool speaker that has 9 speakers in it. And for those of you who use speakers, you know that most speakers are 8 ohms. I guess impedance. I got blood on my finger, it looks like. That's all right. So how do you get 8 ohms total out of 9 speakers? And it really confused me for a minute, right? Because I'm like, okay, I know if I've got 2 speakers that are 1 ohm each. This is just for our exercise, right? Let's just make it 8, right? I know if there's 8, nope, let's just make it 1. I know if there's 2 1 ohm resistors in parallel, the effective resistor across the effective resistance across the network is a half, right? One way to look at why is because you take the voltage, right, across an element, and the current going through it, I, so V for voltage, I, right? And then V equals IR, right? So whatever this voltage is, whatever that resistance is, 1, right? So if it's like 5 volts, it'd be 5 amps going through that resistor, right? So there's also a path for this one. So let's call that I1 and I2. All right, and let's call this IT for I total. All right. So now I've got, let's say 5 volts. 5 volts across 1 ohm, 5 amps. And over here, I got another 5 amps because it's 1 ohm, right? 5 volts still. And so total current is 10 amps, right? So then you go back to Ohm's law here, and you plug in 10 amps here, and 5 volts here, and then you divide it, and that equals R, which is 5 over 10, which is 1/2, right? A little cross multiplication or whatever. So that's how that works. So if I had 3, which is what I realized and felt like had an epiphany, even though I do have a degree in this, right? Which we do a little bit more complicated stuff than that. If I have 3, then the total effective resistance across the network is going to be 1/3 of the value, assuming they're all the same. Right? If they're different, there's this formula right here, where you take the inverse of the sum of the inverses of the resistances of the total. But don't worry, we can look that up. Everybody knows that anyway. So anyway, my speaker cabinet that has 3 8 ohm speakers, I finally realized if you put 3 8 ohm speakers in a row, that's 24 ohms. You put 3 parallel branches of 24 ohms, divided by 3, get back to 8 ohms. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Oh, while we're at it, I got a question for you. Feel free to answer. So there's 2 words. I may do a separate one on this. There's 2 words in the English language. There's tough, right? Tough. And then there's tough. And my question to you is, which one's tougher? Tough or tough? Let me know. Appreciate you. Bye.